Quick grammar drills, the best practices for developing your English. This is an intermediate level lesson, and today's topic is the present perfect versus the present perfect continuous. Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm David Sugarman, your English teacher, and today we're learning two tenses that connect the past to the present. Present perfect and present perfect continuous. Most learners confuse them, but after today, you'll feel exactly when to use each one. We use present perfect for actions that are finished, but have a connection to now. And the structure is have or has plus the verb 3, past participle. Example, I have traveled to Japan. Let's go to the next slide. Now let's take a look at the present perfect continuous for actions that started in the past and continue now. The structure is have and has plus been plus the verb and ing. Here's the example of the structure. I have been learning guitar for 2 years. Again, one more time. I have been learning guitar for 2 years. That means that I'm still learning the guitar. I have not yet finished. I am still learning. What's the key difference? The present perfect has a focus on the result. For example, I have finished my homework. And the present perfect continuous is focused on activity. Example, I have been doing homework for an hour. So ask yourself, am I talking about the result or the process? Here's a comparison chart. If you want to just take a look, take a moment, I can read it out to you, or you can pause the video and look at it yourself. You could even write this down in your notebook if you're going to continue with the drill. So we have the present perfect and then the structure. And then we have the focus, which is a result in completion. And then we have an example, I have eaten lunch. And then for the present perfect continuous, we have the structure. And then we understand that it's a duration and ongoing, which means it hasn't stopped. And the example is, I have been eating for 20 minutes. Here you might hear it like this in everyday English. Here's an example. I have worked here since 2018. This is still true. And remember, this is very factual. So yes, you still work at this place in general. If someone asks you, where do you work? And you say, I work at IBM. You can say, I have worked at this place since 2018 because this is still true. The situation is still like this. And I have been working here since 2018. It just emphasizes the activity. So you're putting in the ing and you're saying this is still in process now. She has lived in London for 5 years. And she has been living in London for 5 years. They're very, very similar. And if you want to have a full breakdown, please ask, and I will fully break that down if you want me to explain that more. Now we're going to do some real practice together. And if you want to do even more practice, you could go to davidenglish.info and do that. Right now, get a pen, pencil, and a notebook and write down your answers. So I suggest you to pause the video and write down the answers. After that, you can play through and see if you're correct. I'm going to read out the questions to you. We have 5 of them. And then we'll continue to the answers. Number 1, I read this book twice. Number 2, he work all day. Number 3, we see that movie before. Number 4, they wait since morning. And number 5, she traveled to Spain many times. So here's the answer key, and I can explain to you why the answer is this. So, number one, I have read this book twice. Well, that means that this has happened two times. So it's a repeated action. That's one of the rules for present perfect. If this thing is repeated, so I would go with present perfect all the way. I have read this book twice or maybe 10 times. Number two, he has been working all day. So in this answer, why is it the present perfect progressive or present perfect continuous? It's because it says all day and the person has not stopped working yet. Number three, we have seen that movie before. This is present perfect because it has happened up until now. This person has had the experience of that, and we don't know when it happened. And if we know when it happened, then I would go into the past simple and say, we saw that movie yesterday. Okay. Number four, they have been waiting since morning. This is present perfect progressive because they're still actually waiting and you can actually see them waiting. And number five, she has traveled to Spain many times. Again, it's with that repeated action. And that means many times in her life, she has traveled to Spain. And it means that this thing can happen again. So if this thing can happen over and over again, you're most likely going to be using the present perfect. So here are just some common mistakes that you might hear or might say yourself, and let's try to prevent them. Remember, we're trying to prevent common mistakes here. So, an example of a mistake is I'm learning English since 2 years. If you say I'm learning, that means now. But if you say since 2 years, we go into the present perfect continuous. I have been learning English for 2 years. I have saw that movie. You're not using the correct verb. It's okay to say, I have seen that movie. This is perfect. And when you say, I have seen that movie, again, it doesn't matter when you actually saw the movie. Maybe it was last night. Maybe it was 2 years ago. And if you say 2 years ago, and if you say last night, then you say, I saw that movie. But if you didn't, then you want to say, I have seen that movie once in my life before. It's more about your experience up until now in your life. And you will always watch movies. Okay, congratulations. Now we're doing the real drill. At this point, again, get a pen, pencil, or notebook, stop the video, write down your answers. After that, replay the video, and we'll continue forward together. We're going to be doing 20 questions. The more you do, the better you're going to get. You have to make this thing part of you. If you don't, then it's a loss. So every day, we're trying to get better than yesterday, right? So be in the moment now, and let's do this. So, number one, I not finished my assignment yet. Because of the word yet, it's definitely present perfect. And we want to say, I have not finished my assignment yet. Yet is a key word for present perfect. Number two, they play soccer for 3 hours. Here it's saying for 3 hours. So you want to say, they have been playing soccer for 3 hours. They're still actually playing, and you can see them playing right now. Number three, she visit Paris several times. Several times. That's a multiple number of times. That's a repeated action. She has visited Paris several times in her life. The life is still going. Totally present perfect. Four, we not see that movie before. In this example, it's about the experience, and we're saying we have not seen that movie before in our life. Present perfect all the way. Number five, he studied for his exams all week. All week, meaning up until now, the person probably is still studying. So you want to say he has been studying for his exams all week. Number six, I wait for you for over an hour. This person is clearly still waiting. Action is not done, still ongoing. So you want to say, I have been waiting for you for over an hour. And now I'm upset. Number 7, she read that book 3 times. 3 times. 3 times. Repeated action. Seems like this can happen again. You want to say she has read that book 3 times. Number 8, they work on the project since last month. Since last month until now, this is ongoing. They have been working on the project since last month. Number 9, he never tried sushi before. This is talking about experience. The experience has never happened. So you want to say, he has never tried sushi before in his life. That's continuing. So we're connecting that to a time that's still going. It's not finished. Number 10, we exercise regularly since January. So here we're saying since January until now, process is still happening. We have been exercising regularly since January. I hope you're still with me. I'm trying to explain you in the best way I can and also doing the drill. So number 11, I not hear from her since she moved to Canada. So this is an expectation. We're waiting to hear from this person. So you want to say, I have not heard from her since she moved to Canada. 12, they work on this project for over 6 months now, and it's finally paying off. So it's for over 6 months until now. We're still in the process of working. So you want to say, they have been working on this project for over 6 months now. Number 13, she never visits the museum, even though she lives in the city. So it means that there is a possibility that this can happen, that there's a chance that this visit can happen. And people visit museums in their life at one point. So in this case, we're going to say she has never visited the museum, present perfect, even though she lives there, because there's still a chance. 14, we discussed the issue for hours without reaching a conclusion. So this person or these people, they're in this discussion. They're still discussing right now. And you can say, we have been discussing this issue for hours up until this point, still going. Number 15, he studied for his medical exams and he's really feeling the pressure. This sentence emphasizes that he's really feeling under pressure right now. So he's still in it. So he has been studying for his medical exams up until this point. He's still doing it for sure. Present perfect continuous. Again, you're here. We have 5 more left. Let's keep going. This way you're going to get better. Get that pen and pencil and write it down in your notebook. Number 16, I not see my cousin since the family reunion last year. So the word see is not an action verb that you see somebody doing. So we're going to say, I have not seen my cousins since the family reunion last year. Number 17, she cooked dinner for her friends all afternoon. Because of all afternoon, this is the present perfect continuous. And you want to say, she has been cooking dinner for her friends all afternoon, and she's still doing it, and you can still see her doing it. Number 18, they tried to fix the car since yesterday, but they haven't succeeded yet. We want to say here, they have been trying to fix the car since yesterday. It's still continuous. They're going to continue to try, and you can still see them trying. 19, we explore different countries during our travels, and each experience has been unique. So it seems to me that they're still on this trip. They're still having experiences, and it means that they're going to continue to explore. So we want to say we have explored different countries because each country is individual. So it means that every time they go to a country, they explore it and then it stops. And then they explore it and then it stops. So I'm going to go into present perfect there. And 20, he not understand the instructions. So he has been asking for help repeatedly. So in this case, we're going to say he has not understood the instructions right now. So he has been asking for help repeatedly. Present perfect all the way. So let's try. Tell me about the things you have been doing for a while. For example, for me, I've been making a lot of videos on YouTube. I've been teaching for over 15 years. I have continuously been working on myself to help others in this world. What about you? What have you been doing for a while? Let me know in the comments. At this point, this is the answer key. So you could just read these out loud, stop the video and read them out loud and read the full sentences clearly to yourself. And you can do it the same with the next slide. You can do the same thing. Read them out loud for pronunciation. For more information, you can visit and follow my social media accounts if you haven't yet. Please give me a like if you haven't yet, a thumbs up, and really looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.
Hi, how are you today? If you would like to elevate your English level where people actually understand you, where you're not making mistakes, where you're not confused, where you have control of your English, then you're in the right place. My name is David Sugarman. I've been teaching business English for over 12 years and I can really help you. Currently right now, I'm teaching in big companies like Diplomat Israel, like IKEA and others. If you would like to hear more information, please reach out to me over here. Bye for now.